verses here that's talking about being blessed, according to the scriptures.
This is Psalms 106:3. Blessed are they that keep judgment, and he that doeth righteousness at all times.
That's right. You got to do righteousness at all times, not just on Sunday morning, because a lot of times we'll say, "Oh, well, you're wicked 6 days a week, and then you go to church on Sunday, and you're good." But that's not even the whole day. That's about 2-3 hours in the morning. After that, you're going straight to smoke a blunt, get drunk, go sleep with your neighbor's wife, because he's working at late. He got to stay late at his church, count money, and his wife gonna be back by the end, and the kids, they still in the church daycare. Wicked as hell. Can't wait to get back to wickedness, because you're not in with the Most High, you're not in the truth, you're not doing thus saith the Lord. You're doing thus saith man, and that ain't going to get it for you. So let's shoot to the next one, Luke 11:28.
Luke chapter 11 verse 28. But he said, yea, rather blessed are they that hear the words of God and keep it.
That's right. So if you're not hearing these words, or just like the brother brought out earlier with the precept, if you turning your ear away from these scriptures, from the words of the Most High, you're not going to be blessed. But to take it a step further, you hear these things, now you got to do these things. That's how you're blessed. And what is the ultimate blessing that we are looking for? The kingdom. We want that rulership. We want to be set back up where we fell from back in the 1300s, and all around those different empires that we ruled in. We want to be back there. That's what we were created for. We was created to rule on this planet, and that's where we need to be. We're not in our rightful place right now. We're in a strange situation right now. Let's get the next one. Let's go to Genesis 12 and verse 2.
Genesis chapter 12 verse 2. And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing.
That's right. Just like I was saying. So that's a blessing that we're looking for. We want the Most High to make our name great and to sit us in that rulership. We want us to have, we want to have dominion, and he wants us to have dominion over the heathens, over all the other creatures on this world, because we're going to do it righteously. We're not going to be unrighteous. I'm just leaving it at that. We ain't going to be wicked rulers. We're going to rule according, because the Most High already gave us the guidelines of how we're supposed to do everything. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to wonder. We don't have to wing it. We don't have to shoot off the hip. And when the Most High comes back, he's going to put these things in our hearts, in our minds, in our spirits. We ain't going to have to wonder if we're getting it right or not. Let's go Matthew 5 and 10.
Matthew chapter 5 verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
That's right. And that's what we're working for. Lord willing, we make it in that number, but we ain't out here because it's cool. That's for damn sure. Because, we get scoffed at, talked about and all that. But the Most High said we're going to be blessed because of that, if we endure. We got to make it through that. This is like us being tried in the fire. And this ain't, it's an ongoing thing. Receiving the kingdom is not an overnight. It's not instant gratification. You got to put in work. You got to be patient. You got to be long suffering. You're gonna have to tough it out. It's gonna be hard out there. So that's why blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you need to get in with some Israelite brothers and sisters, a congregation of righteous, devout, hardworking brothers who's putting in the work, feeding the flock like Yahushua said he wants us to do. And then you can start to be blessed, start to work towards that blessing that the Most High wants to give us, that reward that the Most High wants us to get. Let's get Deuteronomy 28:1. Now, a lot of times, you know, a lot of Israelite groups, we always focus on the curses. And the curses are important because that's how we identify ourselves, as one way we identify ourselves as being the children of Israel. But on the flip side of that, the blessings don't get enough spotlight.
That's right.
You know, it's a beautiful thing the way that the Most High set it up for us. You know, we don't have to wonder about how we go about pleasing Him. He's done laid the guidelines. He's done laid the instructions out beautifully, you know, better than anybody could ever do it. And let's get that example of that.
All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Man, that's beautiful, beautiful. I love to hear that. Read on.
Verse 2, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power.
That's right. And, you know, let's read a little bit further there, because I actually want to bring some of these blessings out, because it's going to go into them for about the next, 14 verses, or up to about verse 13, 14. Let's just, we might not read them all, but let's just go through some, because this is good for Israel to hear. You know, this is like a good reminder. It's like comforting, you know, something that's going to boost you up, make you want to work, keep that work up, keep your faith up, keep your you know, keep striving. So let's read on.
All right, verse 3. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
That's right, because a lot of us, we don't even know what it feels like to be blessed in the city or to be blessed in the field. We grew up in the hood, in the projects, in low income, in hard times, in what they call segregation and denigration and all, you know, derogatory, what's the word? You know, stereotypes and everything like that. So we want to know what it's like to feel, just have that off, you know, nothing weighing you down. You know, when people looking at you, you don't have to wonder if they, you know, calling you a byword, you know, they thinking down of you. We want to be looked up at as the righteous kings of the earth. And that's a blessing. Let's read on.
Verse 4. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit